to defame me must be aware of the consequences, the lawmaker warned. Senators deny benefiting from NDDC contract. If you are interested in that story, you can kindly just check it out. It's on the pages of the whole newspapers that we have this morning. Federal government resident doctors meet over planned strike. Has met with the leadership of the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors (NARD) over the planned industrial action of the medical practitioners. The conciliation meeting, which held on Monday in Abuja, the nation's capital, ended with high expectations that the planned strike will be shelved. At a discussion, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, who convened the meeting, gave an assurance that the government will address the issue raised by the doctors. This comes 2 days after the resident doctors issued a 3-week ultimatum to the federal government to address the issue raised by the union or risk a nationwide strike. The demands include the doctors' welfare, the residency training program, and the poor state of infrastructure in government hospitals. Government officials also at the meeting include the Minister of State for Health, Dr. Olorunbe Mamora, and the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, Festus Keyamo. Federal government resident doctors meet over planned strike. You can actually get all these stories from the dailies that we have this morning. EFCC arranged firm MD over $1.29 million and 46 million naira transaction. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission yesterday arranged a firm, Rencon Properties Development Limited, and its managing director Babatunde Morakinyo for alleged failure to report in writing to the anti-graft agency transfers of total sum of $1.29 million and 46 million naira into the company's account. The 6 counts filed by the EFCC against Morakinyo and Renocon Properties Development Limited borders on money laundering. They were arranged before Justice Rilwan Aikawa at the Federal High Court in Lagos. Morakinyo was accused of failing to report in writing to the EFCC for single transfer of $1 million, $290.703 thousand, 60 million naira and 30 million naira into the bank account of Rencon Properties Development Limited. The FCC said the transactions were made between 2013 and 2015. The prosecution said Morakinyo and Renocon Properties Development Limited contravened Section 10, subsection 1 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act of 2021. Meanwhile, the defendant pleaded not guilty. EFCC arranges firm MD over $1.29 million and another 46 million naira transaction. If you're interested in that story, you can please check it out from all the newspapers that we have this morning. DSS alleged planned subversion threatens clampdown. The Department of State Services said it has uncovered plans by some persons and groups to destabilize the country. The DSS spokesman, Peter Afu, noted that some prominent personalities and social-cultural groups had resorted to divisive acts through inciting statements aimed at pitting individual groups and ethnic nationalities against another. The service said it was aware of the evil plan and their sponsors. The secret police warned that it will no longer tolerate the orchestration of subversive and unscrupulous elements to cause a breakdown of law and order in the country. It said it was working with relevant authorities and city and law enforcement agencies to ensure that the sinister objective was not achieved. You can check that story out. It's on the pages of the Punch newspaper, and I believe every other daily has got that same story as well. The subversion threatens clampdown. If you're interested in that story, you can please check it out from the Punch newspaper and from every other. The Board of Trustees, BOT, of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has reacted to the defection of said the lawmaker may have left the PDP because of his underground plans to run for the office of the vice president in 2023. He added that Dogara did not explore all the available dispute resolution mechanism within the PDP before defecting to the All Progressive Congress APC. Senator Jubril, however, urged members of the party to remain united, stressing that the PDP doors were open for all Nigerians who want to be a member. His reaction came a day after the former speaker revealed the reason why he left the opposition party and returned to the ruling party. Among the reasons included what he described as the breakdown of governance in Bauchi State under the administration of Governor Bala Mohammed, whom he helped install as the governor in the 2019 general election. Dogara raised concerns about issues relating to the alleged failure of governance in the state, adding that there was no way he would successfully ask questions without being accused to remain in the PDP. 2023 ambition likely responsible for Dogara's defection, says PDP BOT. And quickly, let me go check out some of. Okay, let me take this story before I check out some other foreign stories. We are ready to reopen. That's credited to the private universities. The chairman of the Committee of Vice Chancellors and Registrars of Private Universities, Professor Timothy Olagbemiru, said private universities already had big campuses with small population, which will give room for social distancing. He maintained that resumption will be done in phases, adding that university laboratories also needed to be opened for researchers to take place. He said it was necessary to take cognizance of COVID-19, while he noted that everyone needed to learn to live with it. He also appealed to NUC to consider their request to reopen schools. And quoting him, he said, "We have written to NUC, they should look to our request and see if it is visible for us to open our universities. We are also job providers and we need to pay salaries." Or Olagbemiru. Universities as credited to the private universities, and you can check it out as well from every other daily that I have with me this morning. And quickly, still talking education before I go to foreign stories. NUT insists on PPE. Others as SS3 pupils resume August the 4th. The federal government on Monday said the senior secondary school 3 pupils will resume on August 4 in preparation. The Federal Ministry of Education's Director of Press and Public Relations, Ben Bemgong, who disclosed this in a statement titled "Exit Classes to Reopen August 4, said the decision to recall the pupils was taken during a virtual meeting involving the Ministry and Commissioners of Education in the 36 states of the Federation. The ministry said on resumption on August 4, the pupils will have 2 weeks within which to prepare for WASC. Although the Nigerian Union of Teachers and the All Nigeria Conference of Principals of Secondary Schools in separate interviews supported the reopening of final year classes, they insisted that state government must provide running water and personal protective equipment. Recall the schools in Nigeria had been shut since March following the outbreak of coronavirus, but the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 had at its press conference on June 29 said the SS3 pupils in preparation for WASC will resume. But the federal government, after the Federal Executive Council meeting on July 8th, said it had suspended the plan to recall graduating pupils for WASC because of the COVID-19 spread. Okay, you can please check it out from the various dailies that we have this morning. NUT insists on PPE. Others as SS3 pupils resume August the 4th. And quickly to some foreign stories this morning. Peru says over 900 girls, women feared dead since pandemic resumed. A staggering 900 plus girls and women are missing and feared dead in Peru since COVID-19 confinement began, authorities said yesterday. The Andean nation, home to 33 million people, long has been a horrific domestic violence problem. But COVID-19, which has compounded home confinement combined with job losses and a health crisis, has seen an already scary situation grow worse in just three, 3 to 3.5 months, according to Elena Rivola, who leads the Women's Rights Office of the National Ombud, Ombudsman Office. 70% of that figure are minors, she had added. During the quarantine from March 16 to June 19, 5 women were reported missing in Peru every single day. Since the lockdown, the number has surged to 8 per day. Peru says over 900 girls, women, feared dead since pandemic began. Wow, that's on the scary side. And to some sporting stories, West Brom nominates Super Eagles star Semi Ajayi for Player of the Year award. Newly promoted English Premier League side West Bromwich Albion have nominated Super Eagles defender Semi Ajayi for the club's Player of the Year award for 2020. Ajayi, 26, teamed up with the Baggies in the summer of 2019 from League Two side Rotherham United, be going ahead to becoming a mainstay in the side's defense. The Nigerian scored 5 goals in 43 league matches for Slaven Bilic side to help them gain promotion to the English top flight after they finished second behind Leeds. That's a good one to Semi. West Brom nominates Super Eagles star Semi Ajayi for Player of the Year. And Liverpool coach Klopp wins League Manager Award of the Year. That's a good one. He deserves it. And it's on this note I say a big thank you to you for being there on the program, the newspaper review. Tomorrow will be another day for us to come your way to serve you with juicy stories making the round from the newspapers. On behalf of the entire transmission team, my name is Olatunde Ido. Good morning and have a wonderful day ahead.